Hey girl.
Howdy, 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 my beautiful Gemini. How are you doing, darling? My name is SimplyVelca, and today, honey, I'm going to be getting into your weekly tarot horoscope reading, Gemini. So if you find some tarot cards that resonate with you in this weekly tarot reading today, Gemini, be sure to let me know in the comments below how it resonates, because that's how we keep up with you, Gemini. As well as if you do enjoy my vibe for today, darling, I really would appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot, and I always appreciate it when you do. Keep in mind, Gemini, I am just an individual reading some tarot cards to you. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could. Tarot readings are just here to give you some food for thought for today. A perspective to consider Libra. Oops, I'm sorry. Perspective to consider Gemini, but never making choices in your life, darling, because that is your life to live, not mine. Remember, it doesn't matter what gender you identify as, whether it's he, she, they, them, anything inside or outside of that spectrum, Gemini. If this tarot reading is going to resonate, it's going to resonate. So all that being said, Gemini, let's just jump into your weekly tarot reading. If y'all could just forgive me for calling y'all Libra, I'm sorry. But it's really a compliment when you think about what a Libra is, right? So let's jump into your reading now, Gemini. Let's do a little bit of a vibe check, see a little bit of where your tarot forecast is, where the energy is going for y'all at this time, Gemini. You guys have number 16 equaling to 7 in numerology, so go ahead and look that up for me, Gemini, to look up later. But you have the Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours, Gemini. So I feel for many of you guys, darling, at this time, you're trying to make sense, Gemini, on why something happened in the way that it did. Why did this happen? Why is this happening to you? Do you, some of you Geminis may feel as if you've done something wrong, or there's something wrong with you, darling. First and foremost, Gemini, no, you aren't doing anything wrong. You're exactly where it is that you need to be at this time. Take a deep breath, unclench your jaw, darling. Relax a little bit, right? Stop feeling so tense. I know it's easier said than done, darling, but it does feel as if, Gemini, you guys are in this fight or flight mode currently. I feel as if I need to tell you guys, Gemini, that you guys are beautiful. Don't internalize things at this time. That is a message that I feel like I'm getting as well for you guys. Is like you're being really hard on yourself, really critical about how a situation happened, and perhaps for some of you guys, you're just overanalyzing what more that you could have done, what more that you could have worked on with yourself, so that person didn't act in the way that they did, or that person wasn't treating you in the way that they did, or this situation or this environment would have been and played out in such a way that you ended up in the middle, right, Gemini? And I just feel as if you guys are being too hard on yourself currently. When you have the Coyote Spirit talking about trusting in the divine detours, you can take comfort in the fact, Gemini, that what's happening to you at this time, your spirit guides, your ancestors, they have something planned for you, darling. Trust in the process instead of going against the flow of where the energy is. When you think about it, think of energy, think of yourself right now. We always talk about spiritual paths, all that. Think of your path at more so like a river currently, and if you go with the current, with where your spirit guides, your ancestors are flowing that energetic current, that you progress a lot quicker down your path. Whereas if you're going against it, internalizing things, questioning why things happened and what have you, it slows down the progress, Gemini. So see it that way. Maybe that'll help some of you guys in terms of not feeling so lost in your path right now, not feeling as if you are not making enough progression in your life that you feel as if you could be, Gemini. All right, so let's continue on with your reading now. Let's get into some tarot cards. We have the Two of Wands coming in here. I do feel as if for some of you Geminis, there's something that you ended up having to let go of, or it's in the process of detaching from you, Gemini. And I feel like I need to tell you the message is just letting it go, darling. Letting it go, because this detour that's happening for you, Gemini, it's happening because your spirit guides are trying to put you in a place, put you in a position where opportunities, people that come into your life, it's more so just long term. Long term is the name of the game for you currently, Gemini. What was in your life at this time that isn't currently working out, it's almost as if your guides are trying to say, I apologize, I'm trying not to belch in front of y'all. Excuse me, honey. It's almost as if your guides, your ancestors, your spiritual team, your spiritual family, Gemini, didn't see something lacked substance. Gemini, something lacked substance. There's something from your spiritual family perspective where they're just like, Gemini deserves better. Gemini deserves something a lot more long term than this. Maybe from your point of view currently, Gemini, you could see this and be like, oh, this really sounds good to me at this time. But trust in the spiritual forces right now. Trust in that coyote spirit, Gemini, and trust in the fact that, like, you know, at that current point in time for you, it sounds like it would have been good, but let go and trust that there's something much better in store for you, right? I feel like there's so many folk tales, folklores, and stories that talk about just waiting a little bit longer instead of settling, and and at the time it didn't make sense, right? There's like a story, and let me know, Gemini, if you know what it is I'm talking about. I'm not going to harp on it, but it's like a storyline of where it's like this individual being guided by an Avery. I think it's like a falcon or something. And like each day that goes by, it's like, you know, this hunter was, you know, they see like a buffalo, they see like a little rabbit, they see there's just animals of various kinds, and it progressively got more and more. And each time the bird came over and just like, you know, don't shoot, you know. And then the hunter was just like, why not? Why not? But they listened. And then I don't remember how it all went down, darling. I don't know where I even know this from. But as like time progressed, by the end, like, you know, the falcon gave the blessing, and actually the falcon guided them to something so much more beautiful. And it's only because they listened to that falcon, you know. So, I wish I could actually give like where I know. I don't know how I know that. Two of Cups coming in here. So Gemini, for those that have been having to let go, Two of Swords as well. So for those Geminis that have been having to accept the fact that maybe a social situation is no longer happening for you anymore, or some type of partnership, for many of you it could be like a job, something that you really Gemini wanted to be like, oh, like this could take me places, this could get me settled, you know. Gemini, I do see like these detours where it is that you're being detoured to, Gemini. This is what I was talking about. This is where you're being guided to something a lot more committed. So maybe for some of you Geminis, I get this feeling of where it's just like you really wanted to commit to like an energy. Like it's giving me very much so where it's just like you were agreed to like work part-time at a job somewhere in hopes that they would hire you full-time, or you agreed to take things slow with a connection, Gemini, before you put a label on it, and you just have been extremely patient at this time, and your guides are just like, you know, just like no more waiting. Or even if some of y'all didn't even have a chance to fully engage with this because your guides were just like on top of it and just like, Gemini deserves so much better than this, you know. So your path is divulging, your path is going off into somewhere else, with that Two of Swords. So all I can really tell you here, Gemini, is to don't be afraid of letting go at this time. Don't be afraid if things are trying to escape your life at this time. Don't take this in a way of where it's Five of Pentacles coming in for you, Gemini, where you're internalizing things, right? Right now it's not going to make sense to you, but later on in the future it absolutely will. There's something just so much better for you, so much of higher value for you, Gemini, that you can get to, should you just follow suit with this rather than being so focused on like looking back on being like, are you sure, darling? Like, why can't I just like take a little bit of a nibble? Why can't I just like entertain this for now until this new thing comes forward? You know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend as if I know exactly why they're telling you to wait, Gemini, right? Because I'm not some god, right? That's between you and your spiritual forces, your spiritual family, Gemini. But with these tarot messages here, they're just really telling you to wait it out. So for those that are looking for answers, you know, meditate, darling, or look into your dreams. You know, maybe there's been signs going on in the world around you, Gemini. Look for these clues, look for these breadcrumbs that spirit will leave you, and you'll have a lot more clarity on that. You know, so because here's the thing, we have the Ten of Cups stepping forward to you. You're being brought forward, Gemini, because I feel as if for many of you guys, a lot of this is in terms of like partnerships. A lot of this is in terms of like where, like what would be filling up your cups, Gemini. So definitely in terms of work and finances and all that. There's a situation that you really just wanted it to work out. But it's just your guides, your ancestors are just like, no, there's something so much better. Your path being taken to you is something that's far much easy, like far more committal, far more long-term, Gemini. So take that as you will. All right, let's see what else we can get for you, Gemini. These three cards want to come out. Ooh, darling, come on now, Gemini. So we have that Ten of Cups, which is arguably such a fabulous card to be having. With that Two of Cups, I want to point out too beforehand, if you are having to move on from a relationship, or even if you are starting to notice red flags, Gemini, and you'd be like, and you're just like, well, this doesn't fit all the things that I'm wanting out of a connection. But again, it's like this sense of like, maybe you're wanting to settle, or you're just like okay with the idea or at peace with the idea of settling. Gemini, don't settle. You have the 10 of Pentacles stepping forward to you. 10 of Pentacles with that 10 of Cups, darling. Honey, you can't get better than that, Gemini. You cannot get better than that. So in terms of like financially, in terms of opportunities, Gemini, you're being guided to something that would be just, you're not going to be with any type of lacking at all. Maybe you're going to have to struggle a little bit longer until this happens, until this comes into fruition with that 7 of Pentacles. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say it's just like, oh, this journey as you wait is going to be easy going and all that. It's not, it's not, so if you're looking, I'm not that type of tarot reader that's going to just give you some sunshine and rainbows and butterflies, darling, right? You definitely are going to be taken care of, but sometimes when you're tending to those plants, darling, waiting for that harvest, right, you're gonna have those moments of doubt and be like, man, am I being misled? Am I being misguided? And it goes back again into those internalizing thoughts, Gemini, that we started this reading out with, where you started feeling as if there's something more that you could be doing. You are going to be receiving signs. So 3 of Wands coming in here, you are going to be receiving those signs. As I was saying, with those, I always like to say your spiritual family, your spiritual forces, those that walk with you, Gemini, they always will leave hints and clues. I always like to call them like little breadcrumbs, and you just follow the breadcrumb trail. So you are going to consistently be guided to, getting those affirming thoughts, to get you a little bit out of your head with that 5 of Swords. So I really do want to push this narrative for you, Gemini, to be paying attention to your dreams at this time. It does definitely feel as if your spiritual forces, I keep on referencing that, like your spiritual forces, your spiritual family is reaching out to you. There's almost as if like a resounding, just like a very like a focal, like a spirit guide. Maybe this is like an ancestor that is just taking a very strong forefront with you, walking directly right next to you, Gemini. And they're just like very much so involved in your path at this time. And so because they're just so close to you during at this time, I do see them really making contact, leaving clues for y'all. So I just want to say that, right? So let's see here. We have the Emperor card coming in here for you, Gemini. So for many of you darling Geminis, you're going to be, if you feel as if you're lacking guidance at this time, I do see as if a new force is coming in, whether this is again a spirit guide coming in to bring a new spirit guide or new energy coming in to bring guidance to you, Gemini, or if this is an actual physical emperor. Gender does not matter, rather, in the situation, Gemini, obviously. This is a situation where you're going to be meeting the right people. Some of you Geminis, I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to be stepping into or running into people who you could view as mentors, and maybe not in the official way where it's just like, oh, you are my mentor, but it's people that you can take inspiration by, people that will help inspire you, people that can guide you in the right direction just by watching just how they carry themselves through their life, Gemini. There's definitely going to be some type of strong guiding force around you, Gemini, that's going to be making an appearance in your life. And so you definitely are going to have the right people at the right time presenting themselves to you to connect with you, Gemini. And then we have the Star card coming in here. Yeah, there's definitely, with this Emperor here, they're definitely helping you get closer to your star, helping you get closer to whatever it is that you are desiring, Gemini. For some of you guys, I do feel as if the energy coming forward to you, like, this Emperor could be somebody, Gemini, just based off of this dynamic. It's just like this person can help build up your, help you get, to give you the help, get you to the resources, whether it's like actual financial resources or just like resources that's like knowledge, darling, to get you to your dreams, to be able to really make your dreams an actual reality. Very just like, this is a very important high profile energy here that sometimes will make an appearance like in some zodiac's lives, where it's just like some type of high profile energy. And I'm not saying it's like a celebrity Gemini, but it is like some type of high profile energy trying to essentially just give you that world. But it's not in that. I don't want this to come off Gemini as a way where it's just like, oh, you know, like just Miss or Mr. Sugar Daddy just comes in and just is like, let me just spoil you, darling, right? It's more of a sense of where this high profile energy very much so knows who they are and sees the dreams, sees the visions that you're wanting, and help lay the path for you and help walk that path with you, more so not just giving it to you. It's like walking that path with you to get you to where you need to be going, where it is that you're desiring. And so really at this time, Gemini, what I would suggest to you is to really start vocalizing your dreams at this point in time, because the more that you share your dreams, the more you share what it is that you're wanting out of life. And think big, darling. Think big, darling Gemini, when it comes to this, because it's like the more that you share that, the more ears that are going to be starting to listen. Excuse me. I remember what I was saying before with some type of guide, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's an emperor that I saw walking right next to you guys, giving this to you. But for those that, again, it's like your spirit guide may bring this person forward to work through them, Gemini, to be able to help get you closer to your goals and aspirations. I don't feel as if this is an energy that, like, you know, for you to be like committed to in like a serious relationship in any type of way. But I feel as if there is going to be some source of energy that can really help lay the stepping stones to get you to meeting the right people and to show you what you need to be doing. So for example, right, maybe you want to start your own business. This person here is able to show you how to even, you know, what to even start with that, right? Because building a business is a huge undertaking, like getting a website and all of that, right? And so it's just this all-encompassing high profile energy where it plays a very active role in your life to make your energy as well high profile. And so that's what I mean by that, Gemini. But those are the messages that I have for you in this weekly tarot reading today, Gemini. Hopefully you found some tarot cards that resonated with you. If you did, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe. Remember, Gemini, that if you want to book a private personal reading with me, my website's always linked down below, SimplyVelca.com, darling. It's always next to my social medias, TikTok and Instagram, also just being SimplyVelca. So until next time, my beautiful Geminis, I love you so much. Bye.